Hello, my name is Owen. My group members are Mitchell and Hayden and Yash, and this is the Hi-Fi prototype presentation for Computer Science 428. So our group had decided to do a redesign of the ctvnews.ca website. This is just what the website looks like right now, the live version, just so we can compare it to our Hi-Fi prototype in a minute here. So as we can see, this is how they have it laid out. As I scroll down, we can see there's a top stories here in their own column, videos on the right, inside CTV on the left here. And then as we go down, everything is laid out like this. So now I'm going to go over to our Hi-Fi prototype, which incorporates our two different lo-fi prototypes and the feedback that we got. And so this is sort of a layout that takes some of our ideas and the feedback that we got and makes it, we think, a better layout for users. So right away, you can see that we use up more of the screen real estate than the live website. We've chosen to use a bigger, easier to read font for everything. This animation here of the people walking, that's where we would have like your top story. Or if there's a video that you want to catch readers' attention, like that's where you put that right there. We got a chyron of breaking news just ticking away right below. If someone just wants to have a quick look and just catch the headlines. Then the way that we organize, as I scroll down here, is just a bit less overwhelming and easier to read. We feel it. Everything's bigger. There's pictures for each item. There's only 3 stories in each section, the 3 top stories at the time. There's a quick link right there to go to the comment section if you want it or to favorite. As opposed to if I go back here to the live website, we can see they squeeze a lot more in, but it's much smaller, less eye-catching, less accessible. So now another big thing we changed for the homepage, the banner across the top here contains some information. Ours, we feel, is a little bit better laid out. So we've got social media icons up in the top right corner here, always accessible. If we set up an account, like that's where you log in right there. We see we're a CTV, and we have a search bar and the weather and the date and our location, which we are having the website automatically figure out where you are and put that information, fill that information in there. A feature we think is good is that our banner is sticky, so it always follows the user as they scroll up and down. We think they probably always want access to the search bar, because if we're on the live website and we look, you go down, you search, and now the search bar is gone, and you don't have access to it anymore. There's the social media functions, and you scroll right by them, and they're gone. So we're thinking these are the things that the user might want to always have access to. They just do, and it's ready to go. Now, the big functional change that we made with our prototype is in the search function. So we wanted to give the user more options for searching. So we can go over to another page. So this is an example of how we might lay out our search function as opposed to what it looks like on the live website. So in our example here, someone has searched for the word fight. Now, on the left-hand side here is some of our features we think would be helpful to add. So we've got a feature down here for your location. You can have it set to just auto find where you are based on your IP address, or you have a drop-down menu. Here's some just examples. This would be more detailed, but this is just lets you decide, like, I want to search from here, or I'm from Ontario. I want to get Toronto news priority in my search. We'd have another feature if you want to go search for stories from a different country, like you're from the UK or you're from China. That's the idea with the location thing. Now above it, we've got distance slider. So Saskatchewan, say I want Regina stories, but I really care about Western Canada. So like I could drag this up and I could get basically all of Saskatchewan, most of Alberta, most of Manitoba, like just give the user more options for narrowing down their search so that they don't have just tens of thousands of results. You see about 43,000 some. That's a lot to go through, we think. And so we have another system here, which we've added a tag system. So this is where you can tag certain keywords to narrow down your search. Right now we just have fight tagged. That's the only functionality. If we wanted to add something else here, like I wanted to know about boxing maybe, I would put that there, and then I would click this to add it, and then that would narrow the search down even further to searches with fight and searches with boxing. So here's some example text, because it doesn't actually function as a search engine, but this is the idea of the layout. Like, okay, there's some story about fights in Regina because we really want them narrow, and then, oh, there's some sports fights. These are just filled in. These are not relevant, but as a search would be, they would become less relevant the further down that you went. Are there any other features that I want to highlight in this video? Yeah, so we had wanted on the left and right hand side here of the stories to use up more of the space, because as we see on the live website, that's a lot of unused real estate. The formatting on this site just wouldn't allow us to take up that space, but there's an alternate approach that we thought that, because this is supposed to be a news website, so it's ad supported, this could be the place where you put some ads that can be targeted towards the user based on whatever data that you're allowed to have access to. Maybe they scroll with you or not, depending on how much the advertisers pay for that spot. But it's just less busy, because if we're at the live website, we've got all sorts of things. It's unclear. Everything seems to be something you can click on, but you're not sure where is it going to take you. How are they organized? What does this video of a snake have to do with this video about nickels? Anyway, so this is our hi-fi prototype for the ctv.news website. Thank you.